what were some of the business lessons he kind of taught you? I know people always get mad at me. I want to hear about the mob stuff. No, what were some of the business lessons you learned from Wild Bill?
Um, I can give you for instances.
Yeah,
My dad was a union guy, as you know,
yeah,
amongst owning many businesses. He would take me to meetings, even during the years of the war when he was polling the captains, um, and have me sit in on conversations. And he wasn't requiring me to speak. He just wanted me to listen.
yeah.
He would say things to me like, "What was so and so wearing?
Mm,
Where was he sitting?" For instance, if we were at a wedding, um, and he had to talk union shit with some people, he would walk me in the room with him, maybe stand there for about 5 minutes, and then we'd walk back outside. And again, he would ask me questions like that. What was it? What did his tie look like? You know, who is he talking to? So, those were things that he instilled in me from jump, other than that the life was very treacherous, and that I had to give him my word that I would do exactly what he told me to do and not what I thought was the right thing to do, you
yeah.
know. So sitting in on certain business meetings that he would have, for instance, when we had started a company with a Russian company, with Vinny Palamo,
Oh wow.
and I was with Vinny every day for a couple of years. And I love Vinny. I haven't spoken to him in many, many years, but I love the man. He was such a good guy to me anyway.
Yeah,
Um, and so, I mean, I would have to go to meetings, and they would be talking about technical things like um, air traffic. And when I say air traffic, I don't mean planes, I mean like phone traffic, that type of deal.
yeah.
And then just listen to all this technical stuff. And I remember sitting there with Vinny and my cousin Georgie, Whitey's son, and trying to make sense of it all. Because, like, after you were done with that meeting, you had to go report back, whether it be that day or maybe the next day, however it was. And you couldn't deviate from what was said. You had to make sure that, and you can't take notes. It's not like you could sit there with a pen and be like,
Correct.
wait, what was that? Say that again.
And
You
you
know,
can't,
you,
and you can't record it.
yeah, yeah. So, it was something that I was kind of wet behind the ears in the beginning, but I learned very quickly. Um, and my dad had a saying, and I'm sure other people have used this in the past. There's a reason why God gave us two ears and one mouth, you know, so we could listen twice as hard as we speak.
Exactly.
Um, so that's something that I always uh, held close to my vest. Um, and, trying to see through people's bullshit
Yeah.
was something that was very important to him. I remember guys would come down to the club on a Thursday night, certain guys from other families, and they would sit down and, guys would line up like basically to take a ticket to sit and talk with my dad. It was crazy. Like the man, I don't know how he did it. To this very day, I still don't know how the fuck he did it.
Mm.
The man was so gifted when it came to uh, that life. A lot of people like to make fun, saying, "Well, he couldn't have been too sharp if they took him." You
Nah,
know?
that's untrue. That's
Yes, I'm
untrue.
sure.
Yeah, I
We will
agree.
talk
I
about it a little
agree.
bit, but that's untrue.
Yeah. Look, one thing that I have not said, and I'll say it here for the first time publicly. Um, I myself believe that my dad knew it was coming when he that gentleman, we don't like to talk about other creators, but
Yeah.
this gentleman I do like. I like his show. The Mooney dash cam.
Dashcam, big fan,
Yeah,
big
big
fan.
fan.
Shout out to Mooney.
Yeah, yeah, yes, definitely. The kid is does his homework,
Yeah,
and he's so respectful.
just drove by the
He
house
just
where
drove by
the
the house,
incident
yeah.
happened, which is crazy.
And guys, let me tell you, I've been back to New York a handful of times, and I have never. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've never even gave it a second thought
To go there,
to
right?
go past the actual house.
Yeah,
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 in which it happened. So when I saw that video, someone had sent it to me. When I saw it, guys, I'll be honest with you. And again, here's another thing people made fun of me for, um, because I show my emotions.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and what a lot of people don't understand, everybody latches on to the name Wild Bill, Wild Bill, Wild Bill, Wild Bill. But Wild Bill was also slash a
Dad,
father.
Right.
father, dad,
Yeah,
pops, papa, the whole bit. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So a lot of people they don't like to think of it that way. One thing I always make sure, and I've done this on my little brother's show, Chris FBS,
yeah,
Tom, you know who he is.
yeah.
I'll always keep it 100. You
Yeah.
know, yes, I love my dad. I adored my dad. Yes, he did a lot of good things. Yeah, he did. But he was a bad man. Like in that life, like he was feared,
Yeah.
Yeah.
by a lot of men that we know today as killers,
Yeah.
you know.